been a pretty sad campaign for former Governor Martin O'Malley. Politico reports that amid a vicious winter storm on Monday that forced some presidential campaigns to cancel their scheduled stops in Iowa, only O'Malley, Martin O'Malley, still held strong to the idea of holding an event. The result, as Martin O'Malley explains, one man, the only person to show up, in fact, was actually very glad to see him. So he had an event. One person showed up, but at least that person seemed to be glad to see Martin O'Malley. Maybe he was just glad to see anyone out in that snowstorm, but who knows? Now, O'Malley had said, quote, "The very last event of the night, we actually had a whopping total of one person show up. But by God, he was glad to see me, so we spent the time with him." Well, of course. And he was talking to Morning Joe when he said that. Now, there was a tweet shared by an ABC News reporter that showed a bearded man, the man in the picture right here in the sidebar. This man is apparently identified only as Kenneth, obviously sitting at a table with Martin O'Malley. Now, to be fair, maybe more people would have showed up if it hadn't been in the middle of a snowstorm. Maybe he would have had 2 people, or 3, or 5. I know, that's not right. Martin O'Malley's a good guy. I think he's way too rehearsed. I mean, if you listen to him in the debate, he's like the used car salesman of politician. He's the first comment on YouTube type of politician. Hey, give me attention on Martin O'Malley. I'm a super rehearsed politician. And in the election of the outsider, people look at that, especially now, with you get kind of like a dirty feeling. Sort of. You're like, Martin O'Malley. No thanks, man. You seem a little sleazy. Well, all politicians are sleazy. Or at least almost all of them. But in the era of the outsider, the election of the outsider, he seems especially sleazy, and that really turns a lot of people off. But I don't think Martin O'Malley's a terrible guy. So, to be fair. Anyway, Kenneth, man, if you're listening, bless your heart, man, for coming out to see O'Malley during a snowstorm. Now, even then, even though he traveled all the way there through a snowstorm, he still would actually not commit to caucus for O'Malley. According to this tweet by Sarah Beckman, Kenneth braved the snowstorm to meet with O'Malley in Tama. So, there he is. As far as O'Malley is concerned, he said, "I wasn't surprised that he was uncommitted, but I was glad he took the time to come out in the snow to see me. We almost canceled that last event, but we were out there anyway, so we plowed through." Well, you plowed through all right. Almost, probably literally. Now, once again, bless this guy Kenneth, man. This guy may be the most engaged person politically I've ever seen. I mean, to travel all the way to see Martin O'Malley in the middle of a snowstorm, just so he could get to know who he is. He's not a fan of O'Malley. He's an open-minded voter saying, "Hey, man, I want to meet my politicians to see what the best choice is, to see what kind of choices I'm faced with, and to try to make the best one for the future of our country." And so he travels out there to see Martin O'Malley in the middle of a snowstorm. You got to give him a lot of credit. You got to give him the credit. And I totally do. So, man, hats off to you, Kenneth. He is the hero of the story.